97 years ago, a nuclear apocalypse killed everything on Earth, leaving the planet simmering in radiation. 97 years ago, a nuclear apocalypse killed everything on Earth, leaving the planet simmering in radiation. 97 years ago, a nuclear apocalypse killed everything on Earth, leaving the planet simmering in radiation. 97 years ago, a nuclear apocalypse killed everything on Earth, leaving the planet simmering in radiation. "97 years ago, a nuclear apocalypse killed everything on Earth, leaving the planet simmering in radiation. But fortunately, not everyone was on the ground. At the time, 12 space stations were in orbit and came together to form the Ark. For 3 generations, humans have survived up here. We've only dreamed of setting foot on the ground, breathing real air. But this is our reality."
Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to Lekman out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and truth and sincerity. All right, now I just want to get into this quick clip of edification, for brothers concerning this TV show called The 100. And as you see from the clips that was just played, the repeating one, that this show supposedly takes place 3 decades after the world has been destroyed, by nuclear destruction, which just goes to show that the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, knows that his world, this so-called white man's world, will be destroyed by nuclear fire. And they know that because Esau knows the scriptures, and as, Apostle Gabar always mentions, in order to tell a lie, you have to know the truth. So that's exactly, what these devils know. These devils know the truth, so they put lies out there, but subliminally within these TV shows, which these sheep who don't pay attention to, they put the truth out there. So that's why I want to get into this quick clip of edification, and within this show, when America and other nations are destroyed by nuclear destruction, Esau supposedly had some people up there in the outer space, that were still living, and 3 decades later they come down unto Earth to see if, the radiation is cleared and if it's inhabitable again, because, in the scriptures, they speak on, how America, I believe it's Isaiah 13, how America will not be inhabited again, and these devils are thinking that, they're going to be up in space for some time, so-called outer space for some time, and they come back, to start their rulership all over again. But we know, according to the scriptures, that that's not so. All right. So, with that, real quick, I have Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Right? And I brought that out because what the scriptures say, though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So these devils really thinking that, during the time of the nuclear destruction, they're going to be entering, so-called outer space, out into the Lord's heavens, and sustaining out there for some time, and they come back down, when the nuclear destruction is clear, so they can continue their rulership. But we know, according to scripture, that's not the case, man. We know that we're entering a time of, the kingdom of Israel, man, the everlasting kingdom, as it says in Daniel 7, that the saints shall take the kingdom and possess it even forever and ever, man. So these devils' rulership is coming to naught, man. Okay, it's about to end real soon. We're approaching that, and that's what they show within this clip that I'm going to get into. Brother, they're showing you the nuclear destruction of America. They're showing you these other nations busting on America with these nuclear weapons, man. And the main nation that they're going to mention is China, okay? Because when they're up in outer space within the scene, you have this woman that so-called created artificial intelligence, but the artificial intelligence got out of hand and it took over into the nuclear program. Now all of a sudden you have other nations shooting off nuclear weapons on America, and America shooting back. So that's what we're going to get into in this clip. But before that, I want to bring out another quick scripture real quick, man. You know, these devils, they put the signs right up there for us. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of mighty expert men, none shall return in vain. Verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Right, so that's the case, you know. So, you know, these devils, they pretty much thinking they going to be up in the outer space, then come back down after the nuclear destruction, you know, ends. But at that time, then that's when, you know, Israel, we going to come back with that spiritual power, what, and how it gets into, you know, Ezekiel, 38, you know, we're basically going to be, you know, seeking out men for continual employment, you know, to bury the bodies, to burn the weapons, you know, so on and so forth, man. But this is going to be happening all throughout the parts of the earth that has been completely destroyed as well, man. You know, because these other nations are still going to be proud and not want to bow down. But when that, you know, but when they see that spiritual power upon brothers, man, it's going to be no choice, man. You know. So, you know, I just wanted to get into this quick clip, you know, to show for brothers, you know, that these devils know, you know, that their society, that this world, the so-called white man's world, Esau, Edom's world, is coming to an end. So with that, Shalom.
Speak to the devil. Slow down. I'm locking in the signal.
She got out. She's on the grid. She's cracking systems. She just got through portal security for Stratcom in Omaha.
What is she doing? She's hacking nuclear launch codes. Too many people.
Send Allie's poison pill virus through the web. Do it now. Kill her.
I did that 10 minutes ago. She's locked me out of everything.
Chris, get to the lighthouse bunker. Do it now.
There's a situation on the ground. 27 ICBMs have been launched from China. 27 ICBMs have been launched from China. 27 ICBMs have been launched from China. No one knows why, but it's real. They're headed for the United States.
Open the window.
I've told the crew to contact their families. If there's anyone you need to talk to.
Commander, we finally got a hold of your wife.
I'm here, patch you through. Emily?
I'm here.
Oh, thank God. Is Sarah with you?
She do. Is it true what they're saying on the news?
Yes, it's true. Hey, can you put her on the phone with us? I want her to hear my voice. Please.
Yes. Here she is. Daddy?
Hey, baby girl.
They got me a bike. Can you teach me how to ride it?
Of course. I'll teach you to ride it as soon as we...